but joining us to talk more about Arlo and our other furry friends. And an emergency is Dr. Ladha Mohammed Zadeh from Dove Lewis Emergency Animal Hospital. Doctor, thanks for being with us. When we're talking about taking our pets out maybe on an adventure, what do we need to keep in mind for their safety?
Sure. Well, I think first and foremost, just making sure that they arrive at their destination safely. And we always advocate for proper restraint of pets when they're in the car, whether they're in the very back or in the back seat, never in the front seat, just like you would not put a small child in the front seat either.
That's a good reminder.
Sure. There's a couple of different carrying options. There are crates of all varieties of sizes that would include, for small cats all the way up until very, very large dogs. There are also several types of harness types of restraints that can latch onto your seatbelt as well. Sure. And if you go to, online, Amazon, Google, I'm sure you can find all of those
all kinds of
options.
them. So what did you bring with us?
Then once the pet gets there, of course, just like the good folks at the Red Cross were emphasizing, having preparedness kits in case there is some sort of emergency or delay is going to be very important. Yeah, so you can find emergency first aid kits for pets online. You can certainly make one yourself. We have a list of what to put in here at dovelewis.org.
Because I hadn't thought about that.
And just to give you an example, this is one that we made for when we do community demonstrations on pet first aid. So everything that we're recommending should really be able to fit in about a gallon Ziploc bag. Would include things like extra leash, muzzle, potentially if your pet is painful and you want to practice safety for yourself. You want to make sure not to get bitten. Things like gauze, saline solution, cleansing solution, tape. A towel is good for a lot of different reasons. Towels would be good for restraining your animal if they're a very small animal. Also very good for cleaning up messes and things that happen, and also applying pressure,
compression,
if there's any wounds or anything like that.
And what do you have here on the front? Yeah,
things that are actually not really included on commercially available first aid kits. Just good things to remember. A picture of your pet
if you lose them,
in case they get lost. Emergency information so that you know where to take your pet. Phone numbers, maybe a poison control phone number as well. And then please remember to update your microchip on your pet. And you can either go to the manufacturer of the microchip to figure out how to update that information, and you can also figure that out by going to dovelewis.org. We also have information on how to update microchip information.
That's great. We only have just a little bit of time left, but I thought you had a great point, and that is if you're leaving your pet at home, be prepared in case you're delayed.
Yes, exactly. So we've been getting all kinds of email at work saying, make sure that you prepare for an extra long commute to work. So that would also apply for a pet that is at home all day, or a pet that is at some sort of daycare facility, just to make sure that there is going to be someone there to take care of the pet. And of course, a reminder, never, ever, ever leave your pet in the car on a hot day, even with the windows cracked. So if you need to stop by somewhere quickly and it turns into an hour excursion and your pet is left in the car, please try to avoid doing that.
Well, this is wonderful information and something we wouldn't have thought of. So thank you so much. Very important with the eclipse coming up.